Hi class, how are you today? I'm doing well, thank you. Today I have found such an interesting topic to discuss with you. It's called selfishness. I'm sure on and off, we all feel a type of selfishness. Like we think about much more about ourselves rather than others. Have you ever experienced this feeling in your daily life? Yes, Canon, you have experienced? How did you? Oh, you feel proud of yourself when you achieved the highest score in the group? Yes, quite common selfishness among the teenagers, no worries. And today I have found an interesting video which shares the different views of philosophers related to selfishness. The video is around 6 minutes, but we will discuss just a few parts. That's why we will listen to and watch just these parts. But I will send the link so at home you can really enjoy while you are looking at and watching it. In this video, we'll look at Immanuel Kant, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and the Irish monarch views. Be really careful because we'll have some exercise related to the philosopher's views. Okay, now let's first the Immanuel Kant's view related to the selfishness. Okay, let's go. It's around. It's around here. To find it can. So let's go.
Immanuel Kant noted that while we often seem to act for the sake of others, it's impossible to be sure we're not truly motivated by a secret impulse of self-love. For example, maybe when people make large donations to charity, they're actually more interested in looking good or benefiting from tax breaks than helping others. It's worth noting that not all philosophers.
Okay, so now let's talk about Immanuel Kant's view. How did he describe love, and what was his approach towards the love, and what was the relation between that mentioned love and the selfishness? Yes, Güne, what do you think about it? What do you remember from Kant's view? Okay, so you remembered that his approach is self-love, but in a little bit negative way. Even, yes, I agree. I totally agree with you. Even when he mentioned to do flavor for others, he said that the idea behind the intention behind it is not about the person, it's about our secret self-love. So interesting. Let's move more because, as it's mentioned here, not all philosophers think that self-love is negative.
Philosophers think self-love is always a bad thing. French philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau identified two kinds of self-love. He believed amour de soi, our basic need for self-preservation, is natural and essential. But he identified amour propre, our toxic desire for recognition and social status, as the cause of many unjust disparities. In a
Okay, okay. Now let's talk about Jean-Jacques Rousseau's, I hope I pronounced the name correctly. It's French name. His view about selfishness, about love. Actually, first and foremost, I'd like to ask why the philosophers connected the idea of love and the idea of selfishness. Do you think are they really connected? Are they really related to each other? Or is it just a philosopher's opinion? Yes, Ahmed, what do you think? Why the philosophers connected love and selfishness? Good. Good. So you think that the first love must be the love to um, us, like how much we love ourselves. And in some contexts, it can be called selfishness. When the people love themselves, they can seem a selfish person, which we can discuss about it later. But now let's focus on the Jean-Jacques Rousseau's opinion. What was his position and what was the, how can we compare his position with the Immanuel Kant? Yeah, what do you think about it? Okay, yes, he mentioned two types of loves, and one of them was a type of positive when we feel happy for us, for other people, but another one which was called toxic. Yes, 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 I agree with you. Which was called toxic. It's not as much as good thing. And Khalil, so what do you think? What was the difference? How can we compare the Jean-Jacques Rousseau's approach to the Immanuel Kant? What was the something common and what was something different? Okay, yes, actually, Jean-Jacques Rousseau's point of view involved Kant's opinion, because while the Kant focused on just one type of, which was called toxic in Jean-Jacques Rousseau's context, but Rousseau um, claimed that it's not only the love we have. Okay, and now it's our third and last philosopher, Irish Murak. Let's listen to him. It's a little bit ahead of. Okay.
20th century philosopher novelist Iris Murdoch believed the only true solution to human selfishness was love, or at least a certain kind of love. For Murdoch, selfishness isn't about trivial things like taking the last cupcake. It's about seeing the world in a way that casts yourself as the star and everyone else as secondary characters. To explain this, Murdoch tells the story of a discontented mother-in-law. While the mother is always polite, she secretly feels her son made a mistake marrying his vulgar and tiresomely juvenile wife. To Murdoch, this mother is the picture of selfishness. By centering her own jealousy and insecurity, she's reducing the nuanced reality of her daughter-in-law to a caricature. But with some conscious effort, Murdoch believes the mother can learn to see her daughter-in-law as she truly is, not vulgar or juvenile, but refreshingly straightforward and delightfully youthful. Be clear, this doesn't mean the mother should simply don rose-colored glasses. Love, as Murdoch defines it, is the extremely difficult realization that something other than oneself is real.
Do the everything for her sake.